Hello, I'm Rebecca Slack. I'm a course developer and instructor for Palm Beach State College in South Florida. I'm here to discuss a course that I wrote, a GAIN survey that was administered to the students at the end of the course and the stakeholders involved. The course is considered professional development for preschool teachers. The title is Fostering Belonging in Preschool. The purpose of this class is for the students, who are preschool teachers, to learn strategies to help support a sense of belonging for all of the children in their classroom. When they feel they belong, they are more willing to take risks, ask for help, and feel more connected to those in the classroom. Belonging is essential for social emotional reasons for everyone. GAIN surveys are something that the students complete after each course they take. Their answers have no impact on the student's grade or whether they pass or not. The purpose of this survey is to determine if the course delivered its content in a way that was easy for the students to understand, retain, and recall. There are 4 Likert scale questions that ask the student where their knowledge was before taking the course in different areas, and then they respond to those same 4 questions based on where their knowledge is after having completed the course. There are a few multiple choice questions, and the survey concludes with a few open-ended questions at the end. Sometimes there are students who do not submit their completed GAIN survey. Instructors will send reminders, but ultimately, since it has no bearing on their grade, it is not pursued after a few reminders. In this instance, fortunately, all 13 students from this class returned their completed GAIN survey, though 2 of them missed a page when submitting, so there is a few gaps in the data. This brings us to the stakeholders. The information from the GAIN surveys from the students determines if the course needs revisions to better deliver the course content. If most of the students get one answer wrong, then that information was not delivered in a way that helps the students absorb it easily. If responses to the question asking what the most important idea, concept, or theory are not on topic, then there was a large missed opportunity there and the course would need revisions. The stakeholders in this case would be the Quality Assurance Department, the Palm Beach County Early Childhood Registry, where the courses get approved, and the course developer. On the screen is a table representing the level of knowledge indicated by the students from before taking the class. As you can see, the data here reflects that students plotted themselves across the scale, with the majority scoring themselves at a 3 or a 4. Now on the screen is a table representing the level of knowledge indicated by the students from after having taken the class. Here the data shows that every student claims that they gained all content and would successfully internalize and use the information presented within the course content. There were a few multiple choice questions which indicated that most of the students had retained the information. There were 2 students who marked incorrect answers on the multiple choice questions. There are 4 open-ended questions that are at the end of the survey. I grouped similar answers together for data purposes. The responses indicated they were on track and recalled much of the content to determine the key idea, concept, or theory from the course. Answers to this question included representing different cultures and family compositions, ignoring differences is not helpful, silence is not okay, always provide an answer to the child, have multicultural materials in the classroom, and finally, we are all alike and we are all different. The next question asks that they explain how to involve the children's parents into the planning of their classroom representation of cultures. Again, I grouped the answers for data purposes, and for the most part, these responses were on point. Here are the answers I received. Ask the families for family photos. Have families bring in cultural foods to share. Ask for items from home. Have parents complete surveys at the beginning of the school year to learn more about their culture. Invite parents to the class to share their culture. invite the family to come read to the class. And another open-ended question asked what their favorite element or activity was from the class. There were a variety of answers for that question. The final open-ended question on the GAIN survey asked what they did not like or enjoy about the course, and to list any suggestions for improvement they might have. This question is especially helpful for looking through a lens of how to make this better. One of the students did not return this page completed, as mentioned earlier, so there are 12 responses. Here are the responses provided by the students regarding what they did not like and suggestions they have for improvement. So first, one student did not return this portion of the survey. One wrote in that she wanted more time to spend in the breakout groups collaborating with the others. One stated that she wanted more time to complete the GAIN survey and course evaluation before turning it in. One included that she wanted more information about how to appropriately address to the other children when one family has two moms or two dads. And 9 responses that were received indicated that they enjoyed the course and do not have any suggestions. This course is being taught in the fall semester in Spanish by a colleague of mine. I intend to make a few changes to the sessions to reflect the feedback received from this question. First, I'm going to be adding a few more breakout group opportunities to allow the students to meet together, share ideas, and discuss their experiences. I will also go to the third session where family composition is discussed and add information through the lens of belonging on how to have safe and brave conversations with the children about families that do not look like their own. These changes will be handed over to the Quality Assurance Department for them to review and approve the changes that were made along with a synopsis of what prompted the changes. If necessary, the course will be sent back to the Palm Beach County Early Childhood Registry for reapproval as a training if the QA prefers that. The surveys and evaluations pre-COVID were completed and submitted the night of the final session of class. Since going remote with our classes and teaching live online, the students actually have more time to complete these and are asked to return them within 3 to 5 days. Beyond this time frame would be difficult as instructors are required to have grades in and all end of course paperwork returned within a week of the class ending. The GAIN survey and course evaluations are considered part of the end of course paperwork. This is the conclusion of the presentation. Thank you for watching.